You ain't got no mic, man?
And it's the Clippers coming in from out of town for this one, an interconference game today. We're in the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Pistons are playing before their hometown crowd here in the Detroit area. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Jordan with the rebound. Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons, at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, that's right in Auburn Hills.
I know.
I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Pierce in at the small forward. Stolen by Pierce. There's the three. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Come on, that
for the Pistons,
man.
A lot of their woes here at home
here.
were due to defense. I mean, their 18 and 23 home record comes from allowing too many good looks for their opponents.
Now Harris following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Here's Jackson. Baseline J on the way.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
For the three, Chris Paul, and that's good. Paul's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And the Pistons, how about starting out 2 and 13 at home? I mean, they did turn it around afterwards, going 16 and 10 to finish out the season. At least they seem to be headed in the right direction. Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Here's Paul. It's Pierce on the wing. From the corner. Got a piece of it.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Pierce kicks to Griffin. The Clippers keep it alive. Jordan with the bucket. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Jackson dishes to Harris.
Wow, really?
Paul with the steal. Here's Griffin. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Here's Jackson. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And then for Los Angeles, Johnson, he's checked in for Griffin. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. So for the Pistons, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Caldwell Pope. The Clippers also changing it up. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Pierce. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. It's blocked. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. The pass to Baines. Meeks outside, but they'll get another chance. Tolliver with the bucket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game.
And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well they were overall, they would have just really feasted on the East.
Now here's Green, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Redick for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
1:03 left to play here in the first. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Tolliver. Johnson attacking. Can't hit. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Rivers. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Shots good by Baines.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern. There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
And nice job again. That time.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Clippers ahead, leading by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
They've got Drummond. Marcus Morris is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Meeks in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. This one for 3. No good with the tip. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. First one falls for him.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Here is Mbah a Moute, and it's sent back by Morris. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover.